All right, guys, welcome to our next video here. We're going to take the next step with our charts and really talk about how we can customize the charts and how we can create templates that we want to use for various types of trading strategies. And so we talked in a previous video in our overview about, creating a new chart. So we're going to go in here and just pull up the default. And you can see that it we'll pull up this chart here. Again, this is a 1 hour chart. We can customize this however we want. If we right click on this, what I'd like you to do is go down to the place where it says template settings. And this is, you can click on F9, but this is where you can customize the chart to look the way that you want. So let's go through a couple of examples here. Let's say that we wanted a white background. So we can go down to this button here where it says background, and we can change this to whatever color that we want. We're going to do white just for our example. So we got a white background. The foreground, we don't want yellow because we can't see that. So we're going to go down to a black color here. The grid, you can change that color to make it lighter or darker. We'll just kind of keep it at this. And then we can change the colors if we want. So a lot of people like to see bullish candles as green and bearish candles as red. So we'll keep these as green for the bullish outline and the bullish candle itself. The outline is just the outline of the candle. And then the bearish outline, we're going to go to a red color here. We'll go as red as we can. Now you can also type in the color if you know a specific RGB color on there. You can do that. So we're going to make that outline red, and then we're going to make the bearish candle itself the same color. And so now we got a red and we got a green. And if you don't like that green color, red color, you can adjust it really to any number of color that you want. The line is green. We're going to make this black also, just to make it a little bit darker. The scroller handle, and again, we won't go through every possibility of what you could do here, but you can obviously change this. The order line, we're going to make it black also, so we can see that a little bit better. Stop loss orange, take profit green, that's fine. And default chart color, this is if you draw a line, what color you want that. We'll keep it at red. You can also change the type of chart that you want. We're going to keep our template here, our chart setting here at candlestick. The right chart space, this is how many spaces you want to the right. So the bigger you get, the more you can see that move over on here. 20 probably is a good amount, but you can test that out to see how you want. Left bar. So if you want it on the left, we'll just keep it as the default. But again, you can practice with that to see if you want. Top of the chart, bottom of the chart. And then we're going to keep it zoomed in. We're going to show, if you want to show the X and Y, so you can put it like this. If you don't want any lines on there, you can take that off. We'll take it off just for this example. We're going to show the bid and the ask line. And if you wanted 3D, you can see what that looks like. We're going to keep it off 3D. But again, it's just a personal preference of what you want. Now, we can go ahead and hit Save As. And now what this is going to do, this is going to bring up your chart templates here. And you can call this whatever you want. So we're going to call this a test on here. And we're going to hit Save. And now we got this template set in here so that if it does, if we want to pull it up, we can pull it up anytime. So we'll click OK. And now you can see what this looks like, right? We can see that we've got a green and red candlestick chart. We've got the number of candles that we want to have on there. And we're going to be able to use this anytime that we want. And so let's say that we go out of here and we come back and we say, I'm going to create a new chart. We go back up to our new chart button. And we can pull this down and we can go to our test. And now this is going to pull this up. And that's really what we can do when we create these charts. Now, we can also create them with different indicators on here. So if I wanted to go in and go have an exponential moving average, and I want that on the template, then I would just need to right click and go down to Save Template. and we could save that as a test. And now when we pulled that up, it would always come up with that line on there. Now let's put multiple charts on here. So let's say that I wanted to add another chart, and we're just going to keep it as our test. What this is going to do, this is going to highlight that chart, whatever it is, whatever the template is of that chart, and you can see that we've got 2 charts now up at the top. Now sometimes we can, well, we're going to put 4 on here, so I'm going to add another one, and let's say that we wanted to add the MACD one, and we'll get that one popping up here. There we go. And it will create that. And now the one with the MACD is on there. And then let's say that we wanted to add, oops, that's the watch list, add a 4th one, and we'll add the shotgun on here. So now we've got 4 charts up at the top. And now we can move this around so that we can look at all these at once if we wanted to do that, or we can keep it where we just click on each one of these. So let's say that, for example, we wanted this one to be a daily chart. So we're going to change the hourly chart to the daily chart, and we want this one to be the hour. This one we want to be the 5-minute chart, and then this one we want to be the 1-minute chart, or whatever we decide that we want to have on there. So now we got a daily, an hourly, a 5-minute, and a 1-minute chart. Now we can move these around. So if we left click on this highlighted bar here, we can move this around. You can see that it pulls this up, and it's going to have this little box of where we want to place it. If we wanted to be on the bar again, we just place it in the middle and it comes up here. But let's say we wanted to put this one on the right side of these other charts. Well, now I've got 2 up here. And let's say that I want to take this one and I want to put it below this one on the side. Now I can do that. And then this one, I'm going to pull down below here. So now what I've done is I've created a workspace that has a daily, an hourly down at the bottom left, a 1-minute, and a 5-minute on the right-hand side here. Now these, we can get as many as you want, but at some point it's going to get too small to really see. So 4 is, probably the maximum, unless you have a really big screen that you're looking at. Now, once we have created this the way that we want, we're going to go up and we're going to save this workspace. So top left, click this file button, go to Save Workspace. And now we can create a test workspace. And we're going to hit Save. And now this is saved. So let's say that we go out of all of this, or we click on it and we lose it all. And we say, okay, well, I want to go back up here to my top left. I'm going to go to Load Workspace. Here's our test workspace. And now this is going to pull it all up, and we're going to be able to see all of these come up so that we can use them the way that we want. Now, on our chart, and we talked about this in another video, if we save workspace when we open it up, every time we open it up, it can be this way. So let me just go back here to this file button. If we go to settings, remember this here on general settings, it says auto save workspace on close. So when it closes, it'll save that workspace and it'll pull it back up again. Okay, so that is a quick look at, how do we create a chart? How do we adjust that chart to make it fit the way we want? And then how do we put multiple charts together to create a workspace that we're going to be using? All right, we will wrap it up for this video, and we'll talk to you in the next one.